Hi everyone, I'm going to make an journal page and I really wanted to use, I've bought this scrapbook paper some time ago, and I really want to do some collage with these purples and something blue like this denim scrapbook paper. I went over my stashes and I also took out this that I'm not sure I'm going to use. I don't quite like this shade of blue here, but maybe I'll use it and I'll put something on it. We'll see. I've got some painted paper with leftover paint that I really like this shade, and maybe it will go with all this paper. So I'm going to start cutting squares and rectangles out of these papers, and I'm not measuring anything. I just want to have several sizes to play with on my background. I'm going to take out, I want several like darker ones, lighter ones. I don't really care about the design. It's more I'm picking them more for the general color than what the pattern is on. So I'll take one like this, and I'm thinking maybe I will use one for this side of the paper, but I'm leaving it be for now. So these specific papers are quite thin, so I'm gonna try and just put all of them at once, and let's hope it will cut. Yep, it does. You don't have to have this kind of cutter. You can do the same thing with just scissors. I'm just trying to make everything go faster right now, and it's not really interesting to see me cut all these pieces. So basically that's what I'm going to do. Just cut away and have many different sizes of paper to play with. As you can see, I'm not measuring anything, I'm just cutting away. So I'm gonna cut all the other pieces, and then I'll come back and we'll start gluing it into a collage background. I'll be back. I'm back. So now I've got a lot of pieces to start gluing in, to my page, and the way I'm going, it's just playing on your page. You need to think when you're doing this kind of background collage, think of your pieces as paint, the same way as if you took now a paintbrush and paint and put down your paint on your paper. It's this same thing. It doesn't matter that this already has, like if I took something like that, it doesn't matter that it already has a pattern. Just think of it as a color, a block of color. That's how I'm usually doing this kind of backgrounds. I'm using regular white paint, and now it's just playing around and putting down pieces, so it will be interesting. There is no really planning into this process, just playing around. What I do try to do is to have one paper in several places through my page, through my layout. So it won't be like one color or one pattern will be in only one place on my layout. I hope I'm making some sense. And this particular scrapbook paper is curling up on me, but I'll just continue putting glue until it will yield. And if not, then I'll use a silicone glue instead of the white glue. You can overlap, you can put your pieces near each other. It doesn't matter, just do whatever you think is whatever comes to you and you think it's nice. It's a little bit curved, the page, so I'm trying to make it straight. So basically this is it. I'm just going to continue gluing down pieces until I'm satisfied with the whole layout, and once everything is glued down and I have my background, I will come back and we'll continue with this journal page. I'm back. So here is the background and it's quite busy, and there are several techniques to go with this kind of background. First of all, you need to tie everything in because it's busy and it needs to be all cohesive and that you can still work on it. You can take a a brayer with gesso or any diluted acrylic paint and go all over your page. You can lighten it or you can go darker, whatever you want. You can do it with a paintbrush also. Diluted paint going with a paintbrush all over your page. It will be all cohesive, and again you decide if you want it darker or lighter. I'm going to go over my pieces and give them more color, and what I'm going to do it with lipsticks, but you can do it with anything that smears. You can use gelatos and activate it with water. You can use oil pastels, and to smear them you need baby oil. Anything that smears you can use. So I've got like this piece that is solid color and it's boring, so I'm putting down a little bit of my of these lipsticks, and I'm just giving it more interest and smearing it. I don't care where it really goes, I just want more color. And I'm thinking I will go over all these pieces, and as I said, I didn't like this shade of blue, so I've got these lipsticks. And no, I don't use these lipsticks. Or either buy them. We have, like, you have Halloween, we have Purim, and then I can find all kinds of weird shades of lipstick. So that's what I am using. And I don't quite like how this particular lipstick is smearing, so I'm gonna reach for another one, another blue one. So I'm just gonna play with all this, adding paint to my pieces and doing like some kind of shading and adding interest. And for now this is it. So I've got quite a work for me, smearing and going all over these pieces, and I hope it will work and everything will look more cohesive. And if not, I'm gonna go all over this with some kind of, I don't know, maybe gesso, just so to tie everything in. Let's hope it will work. So I'll be back once I'm finished. I'm back. So I finished adding the lipstick, the shading to all the pieces. I got kind of tired with smearing with my fingers, so I took this makeup brush and continued. So this is another option, and I wasn't sure what I wanted to do on this page, on this background, and I finally settled that I want butterflies, and I've got this stencil, and I'm just going to cover the areas that I don't want. I'm going to put this piece of paper, and so when I'm stenciling it won't go to the other areas. I just want the butterfly, and I've decided that I'm gonna do the butterfly, the stencil, first with white gesso, because I want it to really pop up of the page, pop out. And the gesso will give me a good base. I'm not really sure about the color that I'm going to use afterwards, but I do know that I need a good base like gesso before I'm doing it. So I need a piece of sponge. Let's see. Why didn't I remember to bring one? Kind of messy. Let's see. I've got this one. This is something I've picked up in a cosmetic store. It's supposed to help for a nail art. Maybe it will work also for this kind of project. And let's see, I hope I'm in frame. Let's see. Okay, I can live with it. Maybe I'll do some correction with a white pen afterwards, just so it will be more, the lines will be more crisp, more pronounced. Let's see. Oopsie, moved. Let's hope it won't smear the one on the bottom. So I'm gonna keep on doing, adding some butterflies, and I'll be back when it's complete and dry. I'm back. So I've got the butterflies. They are still a little bit wet, and I still want more interest and stenciling. And I've got this stencil that I made. This is a plastic divider, and this one is very simple. I just drew a line, a wavy line, and then went and punched holes along the line. So that's my that's my stencil here, and I want to add this dots in several places, like so, and here we go. I really like how the white gesso popped on my page, but I'm still thinking that I'm going to color it and not leave it white. Maybe only the dots will remain white, we'll see. For now, that's what I'm doing, and I still need the gesso to dry before I'm gonna add any kind of color paint to it. Yeah, and just a little bit more. I'm thinking here. Yeah, this is it. Now everything needs to be dry before I continue. I'll be back. I'm back. Now I want to add a little color to my butterflies, and I'm going with this pearlescent acrylics folk art. I've got lime luster and plush purple, and the way I'm thinking is I'm going to put down the stencil where I've done already the gesso, and I'm thinking I'm going to use the same, both of the colors on my throat is killing me. On the butterfly I'm going with lightly with the lime on top, and now I'm going with the purple here, and I'm thinking I don't quite like it, but I'm going to finish it. Let's see. No, I don't like it. Don't like it at all. I am going to go over it with the gesso again, and I need to find some other colors. This just doesn't work. Okay, I'll need to wait for it to dry again, put the gesso, and I'll be back. I'm back, and while I was waiting for this to dry. I have been thinking what to do with the butterflies and decided to go around them with a black permanent marker. So I started it, and then I went with the same marker around all these dots. And after I went and done all that and waited without any patience for this to dry, I decided that I quite like to stay this white, especially since it's not solid white. It has some kind of texture because I used a sponge with the gesso. So I'm gonna leave it like this, and as you can see I'm just going around the butterfly with the permanent marker like so. Yeah, so now it's more pronounced on my page. I quite like it. I am thinking that I still want to add something. I don't know what. I'm gonna go and raid my stashes, maybe some writing to add here. I'll be back. I'm back. So I've got this saying great things come from small beginnings, and I think it will work quite nicely on my page. I just wanted also to pop a little bit more, and so I'm taking again the sponge with the gesso, and I'm going to go around this piece just to have some kind of more definition to it. I've tried with white gel pen, but it didn't quite take, and I've also tried with white ink pad. Again, it wasn't quite pronounced like I wanted it. So here it is. I'm using the gesso. go. So I've got some kind of framing. Now I need it to dry, and then I'm going to glue it down here. And this is it. This is my page. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm quite satisfied with the result. Not really thrilled. Don't know why. Maybe something is missing, but I quite like it. So I'm going to leave it be. And thank you for watching. Thank you for leaving me comments below. And I'll be seeing you in my next video. Bye for now.